What is going on, guys? I am Jaye here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to talk about former boxing legend, Shane Mosley. Okay? This is a guy who had an 18-year boxing career. And during that time, he met and married a female by the name of Jen. Okay? Now, Jen and him married in 2002, and they separated in 2010. And in this video, I'm going to talk about this situation and really looking and going in depth into, because this can be a very much so a learning experience for certain guys, and this could be something that I've spoken about many a different times, because I speak on things from a red pill perspective. Some of you may not like it, some of you may not, but this is the type of commentary that I like to give in my videos. All right, it's very real and it's very logical. Okay, and I'm going to really say things that people aren't going to like, especially due to this separation. How I feel like this woman completely tried to clean this guy out, like tried to take everything from him. Now, during the separation process between Shane Mosley and Jen, he ended up having to not only pay her basically half of his assets, things that he already accumulated throughout his career while he was with her, but he also gave up 3 houses, $600,000 check in spousal support, 2 cars, and 3 championship belts. And here is the kicker. She also wanted Shane Mosley to get a vasectomy. Now, I just want to say this because I know this is going to be the elephant in the room. His wife is of Asian descent. I believe she's half Asian and I believe half European. But I don't know, because I think that this had a lot to do with the way that Shane's life has, the trajectory, the type of female that he is with, and just where he's going. And I'll get to that later. But this female tried to really take everything from him. I mean, she was that intent on destroying him, intent on leaving him broke and leaving him with nothing. Okay? And that's what this says. How can you, as somebody who's leaving a relationship, because they do have 3 kids together. They have 3 kids together. How can you seek to ask a judge to tell this to rule on whether he should get a vasectomy? It is as if this woman was very controlling. Now, you got to understand too, okay? She was his manager as well. So that tells you everything you need to know about her nature. I believe she was a very controlling, spiteful, and manipulative person that once she left that relationship, she not only wanted to ruin him financially, she wanted to make sure he doesn't have any more kids with another woman. She wants to be the only woman he has kids with, or that she'll be the last female he has kids with. That's the type of person this is. Okay? Controlling, manipulative, wanting to control the trajectory in his life. And I've told y'all about females like this. There are females like this that have this mindset of being bossy, mindset of being controlling. They have to control things. He's a boxer. Why are you his manager? Did you help his career? Did you help him make more money? I don't think so. You're terrible. But because he wanted to be with this female so badly, he allowed her to take that position in his life, which he probably shouldn't have, because the woman was taking money from him. Not only that, a couple years later, she ended up suing him for defamation because he basically said that she was married to somebody else while she was married with him. But this is how it went, okay? While she started dating Shane Mosley, she was still married to her first husband. She didn't get a divorce from her first husband until Shane married her. So she was dating Shane and was still legally married to this guy and didn't care about getting a divorce from that guy until Shane was ready to marry her. But at the time, I don't think Shane knew that. Also, allegedly, she was an ex-scripper and may have been selling her services. Looking at her attitude and how she has carried herself, would that really surprise you? Would that really surprise you? Also, she ended up winning the defamation suit, okay? And she got $75,000. Her lawyer wanted 7 figures, but come on, bro. Come on, bro. And Shane has maintained that he's being honest and truthful. He believes she was married to another guy. But for some reason, I don't know what courts they're going to, because whoever presided over their settlement case clearly was pro-wife. And in this situation, defamation suit, they should have just dismissed it. But she wanted to clear her name, quote unquote, so badly because she knows that that kind of talk can affect her relationships. But I think that the fact that she tried to clean this man out financially has already ruined that. You know, not only did she get $6 million in assets, she wanted his championship belts. She wanted his championship belt. She wanted his money, and she wanted him to get a vasectomy. This is a female who has control issues. This is a female, okay, who's used to being in control, used to being able to manipulate people. This woman was still legally married to another man while she was dating Shane, and didn't seek to divorce that guy until she was clearly going to get married again. But if, let's say Shane would have never married her and they were in a relationship, she'd still be legally married to somebody else while she's having, you know, building a family with Shane. But that's the type of person this is. You know, I think this story went under the radar. I didn't even hear anything about it until I was doing some research on some other things, and I came across this. I'm going to start to do more stories on this because stuff like this needs to be told. It really does. Now, Shane, again, had an 18-year boxing career, made over $35 million throughout his career. And also that his ex-wife can try to take from him. And I think that the fact that these judges allow this stuff to happen is the reason why a lot of men just refuse to get married, because they understand that if they marry her and she gets disgruntled and she no longer wants to be married, not only can she, you know, get the divorce, she can take from him what he's worked his life to build, you know. And again, this was in the early 2000s. So I can't say that he knew better or, you know, he's a simp. Now, I don't think he's a simp because he married her. I think when you look at his newer situation, the fact that he's going to be marrying his girlfriend, who's now his fiance, I believe next year. I think they've been together for a little while. The fact that he's going to marry her lets you know that I don't think he learned his lesson. And when I went to his soon-to-be new wife's page, you know, just looking at some of the pictures, you can tell that you can tell the dynamic of that relationship. You can tell that, you know, he's on one knee and she's standing over him with her hand in his face, looking to have her hand kissed, and that actually goes on in some of the photos. She has a very high esteem. It wouldn't surprise me if she, you know, is the same as his first wife. Maybe not as much, you know, but she sees herself as a queen. Go to her page. You know, and I want to say this too. If you are a guy who has built something, you have money, you have resources, and you still seek to get married, all I can tell you to do is be careful. I do these videos not because I want to give out the news, but because I want to show guys that you really do need to be careful out here when it comes to getting marriages, man. A woman can show you a side of her that she wants you to see, but she can also show you another side of her when she's done dealing with you. Red pill perspective. I know some of you aren't gonna really understand what I'm saying, but hopefully when you listen to me, you understand that I use examples like this to show you that you have to be very careful of the type of women that you allow around your money, that you allow around your family, around you. Because they could be somebody that you trust, and then once that situation is no longer working, they're going to seek to destroy you. This woman sought to destroy him. And the vibes that I get from Shane's almost new wife is giving me those same vibes. You know, this, I guess, black female is very Afrocentric. Daishikis and Egypt, African, Nubian, you know, just give you some of those vibes. Got a little ratchet, showing some assets here and there, you know. But I also want to say this too. This is a side note. She has a picture of herself with Antoine Fuqua. Is, you know, she seemed genuinely happy to take that picture with him. She's calling him a king and everything. You know, I just saw that. I just found that to be noteworthy. I just put it in my notes. I might bring that up, you know. This woman got a $600,000 check, 3 houses, multiple bank accounts, 2 cars, and half of his fight library. Half of his fight library, people. And she wanted him to get a vasectomy. I'm surprised they didn't tell him he needed to cut his hair as well, that, you know, he may need to dress a certain type of way, that he can't visit certain states. Why don't you do that? You know, tell him, you know, how he should basically live his life as a man. You know, you want him to get a vasectomy. And again, also, his ex Jen has sort of disappeared from sight. Now, she was on a TV show about 4 years ago called Friends to Lovers, okay, with a guy friend that, or ex, that she used to date. I don't think anything has come of that, because she's pretty much nowhere to be found anymore. She sort of, like, you know, disappeared from social media. And another thing too, if a woman takes me to the cleaners, like, you know, Shane Mosley's ex pretty much did, I would tell the judge I don't want her to have my last name. I don't want her to have my last name. Why does she have my last name? This relationship is over. It's done. So we really have to look at that and really look at the fact that you have people out here, okay, who are manipulative. They will do whatever it takes to succeed. They will do whatever it takes to get more out of you than what they had before. You know? And in this case, it's no different.